All right, here we are. We are at the end of turn 1, going into turn 2. We've completed a full turn of the Americans and Germans. The Americans down here tried to shimmy around the cover of the wheat field from these horrible Germans. And first guy, there was, I think it was this guy, was there with the MMG. And he was just, he was basting. The first guy he hit, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 MC, and he ELR'd, which turned him into 2 broken half squads. This guy got pinned there, and then the leader in the 747 made it past that kill zone to there, and then he broke with the squad. So we've kind of reset. Everybody went back. We still got one unbroken guy here, but I have faith that this guy will rally him on my next turn. We're slowly advancing up here after getting scared by that crap. This nice guy up here took a long-range shot and broke that guy, but he was able to get to the building that he wanted to anyways. And yeah, just a lot of cowardly skulking and trying to limit me from what I want to do. Anything you'd like to add?
I just got to keep those rate rolls from the MMGs rolling. Those were nice and hot. The attempt was to move this guy. He was going to try to get into a better position over here behind the bocage. The hindrances up in there really stink.
My 8.0 directed some nice fire into there from up on the hill.
We got hit here trying to assault move across here to get into position here, and then I had a unit here whose destination ultimately was to get back into one of these locations here in the creamery. He's DM, so he's where he needs to be, just not in the state he would like to be. So I feel good. I like what we're doing. The Germans, you just keep slowly falling back. The Americans, they got high firepower, so we got to watch out for them.
And I don't feel good. All right, we're moving on to turn 3, and here's our situation. Oh, I got a little glare there. So the Americans made a nice advance over here and took this building. A half squad just disintegrated, and so that was nice. This little half squad's showing some bravery up here, facing off here. Had a nice opportunity fire shot. I can't remember what happened, but it was fun.
I think you DM'd him. He came back, but he rallied.
Nicely. Was it this guy and this guy failed to rally?
So I had a unit here that needed to self-rally. He failed. He got DM'd again. He went upstairs and went back. This unit failed to rally with the favorable terrain and the leader.
Very nice.
And this guy actually did rally.
Oh, did he? Oh, those, yeah. But most importantly, we've got... over here, we survived a gauntlet of fire that broke an MMG, which then was totally destroyed when they tried to fix it. So we've achieved this very nicely. So yeah, we gotta figure out how to get over here and keep these guys at bay. So, I don't know, thoughts?
That turn sucked for me, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, we've been rolling really bad.
A lot of 11s and 12s.
Yeah, the Americans had 3 shots, and none were below a 10 on the last defensive fire phase. So
it'll be interesting. I'm enjoying it.
Yep, here we go. All right, end of turn 3. And, oh, crap, lights just went out. And things have dramatically turned. We had achieved the building up here, as you recall, and so we were attempting to get into the foxholes, threw smoke there, and moved into it with a squad. Another squad tried to throw smoke there and rolled a 6, so pinned. So the 10-3 assault moved into the smoke with the other squad, and then a shot from down here with snakes. 1 KIA, it shows the squad and broke the leader, and then a subsequent follow-up with the same machine gun It was
it hit you again, and I think you rolled boxcars.
or what? Wait,
you
no.
rolled a wound check.
No, there was some wound. Well, no. So you hit me again. I failed the morale check again with a freaking 10 leader, and then the wound roll was a 6. So he was dead, and so were our hopes and dreams and aspirations. Crazily, I had almost. Luckily, instead of having this guy continue on with the fight over here, I moved him over here, and so he's my next best hope to get a leader off the board. Threw a half squad into melee just to try to stoke things up. Won the ambush, but failed to do anything, and we continued to do nothing through the German turn.
Oh, this guy's unpinned.
Oh yeah, he was going to hop in there, but I pinned him.
Wouldn't have helped me.
But it looks like the Germans are falling back, and I don't think I've got the power to do a whole lot to them. So we're going to need to come up with something here.
You're good at that. You'll figure it out.
I don't know about that. Got anything to add to my woes?
No, I self-rallied my guy back here at the creamery, so I've now got 2 different sets of units with LMGs kind of hanging out in this building, covering this approach, which makes me feel good. Moving my MMG back. We lost an MMG earlier, but I feel much better after what transpired over here. So we'll see. You never know in here. Roll some dice and things can change quickly.
Spoken like a man who knows, and I hope. All right, we're moving on to turn 5. 4 complete. Had a melee that we cleaned up here. The 10-3 hopped into there after breaking. We fired into it. It seems to be my thing. We broke their leader and my squad that was in there, so we reinforced and then took out them all. And this guy, the broken squad, withdrew, and the DM's off because it was a whole turn ago already. Then there was a melee here between 2 half squads, and we again fired into it, broke them both. So during close combat, they withdraw, and my guy's under there. We got to get moving. Over here, the Germans have really consolidated. They got a nice power base in the creamery and a little forward position here. I don't think there's much hope for my Americans at the moment, but Nick seems paranoid that somehow I'm going to pull something out of my butt.
You always find a way.
I don't know about that. I at this point, I think I'm a cooked duck, but we'll play it out and we'll see what happens.
I like what I'm dealing with here. The creamery is turning into a nice stout position. We got another decent leader here on the bottom floor, so I feel good about where I'm positioned, but again, things can change quickly. So
I got some big decisions. Well, one big decision, who I designate as my self-rally for the turn. I got a DM'd 747 there, or a 747 back there. 2 turns left, 2 movements. Probably would say this guy, but he's unlikely.
You got to get, a squad and a leader off?
Yeah. It's going to be tough. Hey, my good news. This guy was able to make it over here. Oh, yeah, the pin is done. But he was able to make it over here without getting shish kebabbed. So there's slight hope.
It's there.
All right. We'll see you. All right. We're heading into the final turn. Americans. Well, I made a decision between self-rallying the guy who was in here or the guy over here. And I chose the guy over here because I figured this DM guy would have trouble coming back. Rolled snakes. Probably the first of my life. So that guy generated a hero, which got an 8-0, which then I did a dumb shit thing and was moving over here thinking I had no problem to hop in here, and there was a guy here who shot me and pinned my guy. So that robbed me of a very nice position there. this guy got pinned coming with the 10-3 and another half squad. Amazingly, that was the only bad thing there. So we got the 10-3 in here. He rallied the broken 747 in there. So somehow we've got to get a leader and a squad off of here and then keep the Germans from doing it. But they've got a pretty sizable kill nest up there. So especially since my earlier efforts where I actually got smoke didn't work out. I don't know how this is going to work out with down 2 shots, but
we shall see.
Yeah, we'll see.
You get through a couple 5-roll bad or you pass a couple morale checks. I mean, it's right down to the end.
We shall see. Maybe I'll just load everybody up in one stack and move forward. You can kill them all at once.
I would love that.
All right, I'll see what I can do. You are not seeing the wrong game. We're on to scenario 2, but we got a little loosey-goosey and forgot to recap the last turn of scenario 1. So there was a lot of Germans here, and I had my big stack with my 10-3 there. I moved a guy into here. He ignored him, not really caring about him. But then I tried to pop smoke here, which would have been amazing, and he failed. Then, where was the next? This guy tried to move up and got vaporized.
Yeah.
Since Nick learned his lesson and wouldn't let me try to get close to do smoke.
You sat me off an LMG and a squad.
And then I had I had some other guy come up. And Nick kind of ignored him, and then I popped smoke, and I put it, I don't know, was it here?
I believe it was here.
And then I had another guy come up and try to pop smoke there, which failed.
Right.
So then we had just the 10-3, a full squad, and a half squad. So we went there, he got shot at, and pinned the half squad.
The half squad pinned.
And then we got there, and then I had
a 4 strength shot from here that was a 4 down 2, I believe.
And I think the 10-3 broke.
The 10-3 broke on the morale check.
And that little freaking 4.67 there pinned his last time I shot at him. And if he would have broke, I would have been able to get one step further. But then there was another MMG probably or something I had to survive.
I had an MMG on the ground level with a 9-1 leader that would have been able to take one more shot.
So it was unlikely. If I would have been able to get smoke in that hex, though, that would have been glorious.
I learned something that game, if nothing else.
But I lost. So we won't talk about it anymore. So now we're on to scenario 2, rally point.